As a policeman who run news, yelling their names. Fools were calling their names. Fuck the constitutionalists, we fight for the truth. Standing up, tall, red, white, and blue.
Donald Trump and
Democrats voted.
Donald Trump, 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 and Donald Trump, Donald Trump,
President Biden had a fundraiser debate stage.
Let's go back to Donald
profits.
Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
You ever sit there and try to make sense of something, only for the words to slip through your grasp? I think we've all been there. Like Kamala Harris once said, quote, "What we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know." Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like that statement is exactly what this administration has been all about. Confusing, elusive, and at the end of the day, we're left trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Whether it's crime, the economy, or how our votes are counted, it's like we're stuck in some political version of word salad. And with that, please go vote. We'll be right back. Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right.
Hi, folks, and welcome to hashtag Go Right News with Peter Boykin, the Constitutionalist for Liberty, where we dive deep into the issues facing our great constitutional republic. I'm Peter Boykin, your host, and I'm here to bring you the truth that the mainstream media won't tell you. Go Right News stands for freedom. We stand for facts, and we stand for the Constitution. And if you're ready to cut through the noise and fight for liberty, you're in the right place. So let's go right. Let's start with the child sex trafficking tripled under Kamala Biden. First up, a horrifying fact that every American should know. Child sex trafficking has tripled under the Biden-Kamala Harris administration. That's right, tripled. Despite all the political posturing, they failed to stop this tragedy at our borders and inside our communities. Our constitutional republic exists to protect the rights and liberties of its people, especially the most vulnerable. And yet this administration is failing in its basic duty. Under their watch, traffickers are exposing loopholes, and children are paying the price. This isn't just politics, this is a human crisis, and we must demand accountability. This needs to be the top priority of any administration, and it's clear that under Biden and Harris, it hasn't been. It's sad, and I think a lot of it has to do with the letting people on planes without checking IDs, letting people through the border without checking IDs. We have children being trafficked through our borders and through our country, and it's a major problem. Maybe Trump could take care of it, but you got to get out there and vote, folks.
I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Walz. Well, I'd better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas. There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White Dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White Dudes for Harris? Doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. major issue in this race is child care, and Kamala has put forward a concept of a plan. A lot of people don't like it. The only piece of advice I would have for her in the event that she wins would be not to let her husband, Doug, anywhere near the nannies. Just keep them away. That's a nasty one. Chuck Schumer is here looking very glum. Doesn't he look glum? He looks glum. But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become. If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president.
Media trust. 54% of Dems trust media versus 12% of Republicans. It should be no surprise to anyone listening that media trust is at an all-time low, especially among Republicans. According to recent data, 54% of Democrats trust the media compared to just 12% of Republicans. That's a staggering divide, and let's be real, our mainstream media has proven time and time again that they have a particular agenda. I mean, they're all owned basically by the same corporations and people, and they've now pushed for Fridays off, so you only get real news Monday through Thursday, and it's all agenda-based. It's all in one party. We are the media. Listen to us. Resistance is futile. They're not interested in providing fair, balancing reporting. No, they're invested in pushing narratives that fit a progressive agenda while gaslighting anyone who questions it. And yet, the very fabric of our constitutional republic relies on an informed citizenry. It's time that we start holding these institutes accountable. They work for the people, not the other way around. And that's one of the reasons that I believe in the activism that I'm doing is bringing you Go Right News. I try to research, I try to find the information, and I try to bring you what you need to know. Yes, do I put it on a right-wing kind of moderate swing in opinion, but at least I let you know. But I try to keep it as based as possible. We'll be right back.
And yet one media outlet says, quote, Harris delivered her message to Fox viewers. Was there a message delivered to Fox viewers? Was it delivered in some secret Kamala code? Because the only message Common Sense heard was that no matter the time, the place, or issue, it's all Donald Trump's fault. Common Sense thinks come Election Day, millions of voters will wish they knew more about where Kamala Harris stands, if only it wasn't so darn rude to ask.
FBI secretly revises crime data after claiming it went down. Here's something that should send chills down your spine. The FBI secretly revised its 2022 crime data to show that violent crime actually went up by a significant 4.5%. They originally claimed it had dropped by 2.1%. That is like, what, a 6% margin, right, of error. But it turns out they were wrong. Or worse, they were hiding the truth. Property crime, theft, carjackings, aggravated assaults, and even murders have all spiked, with nearly 200,000 more property crimes committed than the previous year. Now, we all know that data revisions happen, but why wasn't this made public? Why did it take real clear investigations to discover these revisions on an obscure link buried on the FBI's website? Now, let me tell you something, folks. Between 2004 and 2015, there were 0 revisions like this. But once the Biden-Harris regime came into power, suddenly we're seeing a large swings in data. It's not the only administration doing this. It's another attempt by this administration to gaslight you. Remember when President Trump was fact-checked during a debate for saying crime was up? Well, guess what? He was right. This is why people don't trust the media. And it's not just the crime data. Biden's Labor Department also had to admit that they overshot job numbers by 818,000 jobs. Now, what are we supposed to believe anymore when we are constantly being misled? This is why the Republicans don't trust the media. And nobody wants to trust the data that we had about the election, really. We'll be right back to talk about the election.
You call Donald Trump, he's misguided. You say now
He's unstable. He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Early voting data, what we're seeing in 2024. Now let's dive into some early voting data because it's crucial to understand what's at stake in this 2024 election. Before we go in that, I went and early voted already. Took over an hour. My dad was the 500th voter during midday that voted on the first early day, and I think there's been like 9 million people who have now early voted. It's extremely important to get out and vote. Now, early voting has kicked off across the country, and in key states like Georgia, people are turning out in massive numbers. North Carolina, same thing. In fact, there are more than 300,000 votes were cast on the first day alone. Now, while Virginia isn't a battleground state, trends there are showing something interesting. In Republican-leaning areas, early and absentee voting is up compared to Democrat-leaning areas. My other half lives in Virginia, and they've been voting for a while, apparently. But what should concern us most is how election night results will be reported. As we saw in 2020, absentee and early votes tend to come in first, while election day votes, which tend to lean Republican, are counted later. The media spins early results to favor Democrats. Then suddenly, as more votes roll in, the narrative flips. This election will be no different. We need to be prepared for how those results come in and avoid the media's traps. We'll be right back.
Are you 21?
Yeah, I'm 21.
You about to vote?
Yeah.
Who you voting for?
Trump.
Come on, bro. Harris does backwards, bro.
What?
Harris.
Man, we not voting for that, man. We voting for Trump, man.
Why?
Man, we not with none of that, man. Chuck be looking out for the black community, man. We ain't doing nothing,
Yeah.
man.
I respect. You all good, my boy.
All right, man.
Yeah. What's up, my boy?
Get 2 packs of Winterfest.
And my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. And who you voting for, Trump or Kamala?
Man, Trump, we ain't with that Indian ass, man.
Who, Kamala?
Yeah, we ain't
Why you don't fuck with her?
because she with them immigrants. I'm black. Locked in like this on my homie.
So why you ride with Trump so much?
Because them Venezuelans taking all our bread, they getting paid anything to work, folks. They ass getting paid anything to work. They out here creating gangs. They ass gang banging, breaking in bandit cribs, all type of good shit. We ain't fucking with it.
So you don't like an open border?
Nope. We need that border.
Hey, what are your thoughts on when Trump got shot?
Man, hey, don't try to take my boy out. Make America great again.
Hell yeah.
Make America great again.
Yeah, so that's your boy, huh?
Yeah, I'm fucking like that. Like this.
Now I like him. Black voters in Georgia are turning toward Trump. That's toward Trump. And finally, let's talk about a potential game changer in 2024. We've all heard about Trump's growing support among black voters, especially black men. And in Georgia, a key battleground state, this shift is becoming increasingly evident. For many black voters, the past 4 years under Biden-Harris have been a reality check. Groceries are more expensive, gas is through the roof, and life was simply more affordable under Donald Trump. One voter said it best, Trump's a man of his word. What he says he's going to do, he does. Everything is so high now, groceries, clothes, everything. And let's face it, Democrats are scrambling. They know they failed this key demographic, and now they're trying to hold us to whatever support they can muster. Trump's growing support in Georgia could be a turning point for the GOP. And if more voters begin to realize that their prosperity and safety matter more than party loyalty, this could reshape the political landscape, not just in Georgia, but nationwide. We'll be right back with our hashtag GoRight recap and remix. Hope you enjoy. And don't forget to share this podcast and let other people know about it so we can grow.
FBI's got secrets hiding in the night. They said crime was down, but the numbers ain't right. Revise the stats, try to make us blind, but truth comes to light, we're seeing the signs. Car thefts up, property's gone, aggravated assaults, yeah, the list goes on. We were told to trust, to look at the facts. It's time to get real, no looking back. Don't believe what they tell you, they're playing a game. Go write news, we're calling the names. We're Constitution this, we fight for the truth. Standing up tall, red, white, and blue. Early votes in, battlegrounds hot. Republicans rising, giving all we got. Virginia's leading with ballots cast. Election night's coming, but we're moving fast. The gap is closing, trends are clear. Consistent voters showing no fear. From mail to in person, we're setting the tone. Watch out for those who cast their stones. We're turning the page, watch the tide roll. Go write news with a heart and a soul. For the voters standing, not afraid to fight. Constitutionalists pushing for what's right. Black voters in Georgia, they're starting to see Trump's the man for prosperity. Gas was low, groceries were cheap. 4 years ago, we had what we need. Now folks are thinking, looking for change. Harris ain't delivering, it's all so strange. Mount Zion's talking, but we see the divide. More people joining Trump for the right. Prohibited crimes down, we know it's time. Go write news, won't let them corrupt. Standing for freedom, we hold the line. Constitutional, the place to go. We know our country's divided. FBI's got secrets hiding in the night. They said crime was down, but the numbers ain't right. Revise the stats, try to make us blind. The truth comes to light, we're seeing the signs. Car thefts up, property's gone. Aggravated assaults, yeah, the list goes on. We were told to trust, but look at the facts. It's time to get real, no looking back. Don't believe what they tell you, they're playing a game. Go write news, we're calling the name. For Constitutionalists, we fight for the truth. Standing up tall, red, white, and blue. In every state, votes are flowing in. Republicans are fighting hard to win. From Georgia to Virginia, we see the light. Standing up truth in the darkest night. It's not just politics, it's liberty. Our constitutional republic, let's keep it free. Don't trust the spin, just trust the fact. we're taking it back. Liberty's calling, it's loud and clear. For America, we hold what's dear. Constitutionalists, we rise and defend. With Go Right News, we'll win in the end. Ooh.
Welcome back to the hashtag Go Right Recap Remix. So what have we covered today? Child sex trafficking has tripled under Biden and Harris. Media trust has plummeted, especially among Republicans. And the FBI has secretly revised its crime data after being caught downplaying the surge in violent crime. Early voting trends are showing that Republicans are turning out strong, and more black voters in Georgia are considering Trump as a real option as they see the impact of the Biden administration on their daily lives. It's a lot to think about. And remember, folks, again, go out and vote. That's all for now today on hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. For more news and updates, visit GoRightNews.com. Don't forget to check us out on Rumble, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you call it, or more. If you want to help out and support the show, head over to Cash App and donate $ Peter Boykin, the number 1. Links to everything can be found on GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. So until next time, stay informed, stay active, vote, and always go right. God bless everybody. Peace.
Let me get a Tylenol.
Tana?
Yeah.
Hey, Trump or Kamala?
Shit, Trump, be honest.
Damn, so why Trump though?
Why Trump? Because, shit, we used to get paid and shit like he used to keep immigrants out, so, you know, we was able for us to get jobs. It's hard for us to get jobs now, shit, because immigrants taking over and
So you're not with the Venezuelans?
I ain't fucking with them. I ain't gonna lie, they taking our jobs and some more shit. They do it better than us, though, but they taking our man.
I heard they're taking over the buildings. Is that true?
Hell yeah, boy.
Damn. Alright, so this election around, you voting for Trump?
Hell yeah, fuck Camilla, fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not for her. Her ass Venezuelans, for them. That's over with. I don't with her.
Like, what would make you want to vote for Kamala?
I ain't gonna lie, we was the last 2 people on earth. Still wouldn't do that shit.
Damn.
On bro grave.
It's like that?
Yes, like that. I don't with her.
So it's Trump till you die?
It's Trump, yes. Be locked, it's Trump, yes. It's locked in.
You think a woman is fit to be president?
Yeah, any woman can be president. Not that bitch, but any woman can be president, folks.
But not her?
Shit, put their mind to it, yeah, but not her. Her ass go sit down somewhere.
Next election?
Yeah, not even next election.
Damn.
Yes.